Hi YouTube, Mad Dog here, and today we got some Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta. The settings we're going to be using to start off with are 1080p ultra settings. Later we're going to do some 1440p and crossfire stuff. We're running an R9 390, that's an 8 gig video card. Of course we got an i7 3770K overclocked at 4.6 gigahertz. Let's go. Here we are in game. Looks like we're getting about mid-80s to mid-90s. The game seems to run very smooth at 1080p with this single R9 390 graphics card. We are using AMD's Relive to record. We are using AMD's most current drivers, but they haven't updated for this game yet. Because of that, we're getting some weird things with the capture we've noticed. All of the tearing and the weird pixelization you're seeing, I'm not seeing in-game at all. I can tell you that for sure. I'm really sorry it came out this way for you guys, but for me in front of the screen, I don't see any of that, and the game looks great. One of the cool things about this game is that if you get enough points while being a gunner down on the ground, you can collect a special ability like a hero that you can drop in the game, or some air support, something like that. In this case, I grabbed some air support, and let's see how the performance is while we're flying around. It actually looks like we get a few extra frames per second while we're up and away from all those polygons that are down on the ground. Overall, it looks like 1080p plays great on this game with just a single graphics card. Let's change the settings now to 1440p and see what kind of performance we get. Looks like at 1440p we're getting drops down to about the low 50s, but it's running right around 60 as I'm running around mostly. I do get some mid 70s depending on the circumstances. Even at these frame rates, it feels pretty smooth. The game looks really well. If we hop into some air support here, it looks like same as before, we get a few extra frames per second. Though it looks like I don't know how to fly these aircraft. And now for what you've all been waiting for, a little bit of crossfire with the R9 390s. Here we go. Looks like crossfire seems to scale pretty well. We're getting frame rates 110 all the way up to our 144 hertz lock as we're running around here. A few small graphic anomalies is what we're seeing while we have it on, but for the most part, definitely worth flipping the crossfire on in this title. Seems to work out great. I'm sure by the time they get the game released, we'll have those small issues worked out.
Palace doors unsealing, run decimation programs, push the enemy back, and
there you have it, guys. Looks like an R9 390 is a great graphics card to run on the new Star Wars game. Running crossfire worked out great for us, and I definitely say if you have the ability, if you have two of the cards, you're going to get really good enjoyment out of this game. Seemed like I could have wanted a few extra frames per second at 1440p with just a single card. I'm sure you could get there by just turning a couple settings down, but I had a second card so I can just flip it on and off I go. Thanks again for coming along. I hope to see you all next week. Make sure to hit that like button down below if you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more stuff like this, and come back for another round.